Hi guys, thank you for joining me, Daliso Sports Show. Let us have a look at some of the weekend games happening. Arsenal are going to be going to Leeds for, I don't know what week we are in, for a week whatever. In the Premier League, we had a successful run in the group stage, the round robin stage in the Champions League, beat Kairat, whoever, 3-2. And we considered 2 goals again, which for me is a huge concern, to be honest. A last minute one as well. So we have to make sure when we are playing Leeds tomorrow, it has to be a lot more convincing. Let's have a quick look about how Live Score think we're going to line up both teams. So let's start with Arsenal. So they think Arsenal will have David Raya will be back in goal for sure. Then we've got Calafiori, Gabriel Magalhaes, or Big Gabby, William Saliba, and Jurian Timber. I think all of these guys are fit. We've even got Ben White fit. We've got Miles Lewis Skelly. We've got Hincapié as well. So, and Mosquera as well. I think all our defenders are fit. I just, if Calafiori can start, play 70 minutes, I think we'll be in a very good position. Now, LiveScore think that we're going to start this midfield three as we expect Declan Rice, Zubimendi, and Odegaard. Now, Declan Rice was suspended for the Champions League game. Someone else was suspended for the Champions League game. I don't remember who. Yeah, Declan Rice was suspended for Champions League. I feel someone else was suspended, but I can't remember. I can't think. Anyway, they think Zubimendi, Odegaard, and Rice in midfield, then Trossard, Gyökeres, and Saka. I could make so many changes. I certainly think that Eze should be starting this match. A lot of people pointed out something I didn't pick up in the game against Kairat. It's the way Eze is so calm on the ball in the midfield. He takes the ball on the half turn and passes it out. I thought when he gets the ball, he kills it too much. I want it moving a lot more quickly. He gets the ball, push it out straight, but there were some nice flick-ons he did as well in some of those transitions, which I thought were pretty good. So if we could find a place for Eze to start, honestly, Now, I've got a big agenda against Martin Zubimendi. I do. I am not a Zubimendi out girl at all. But I think there are games that he does better than others. And I think just like Martinelli, maybe the Premier League games can be a little bit more challenging. And he is protected a lot by Rice. Have you seen how poorly Rice's numbers are this season compared to last season and the season before last? Because the guy is working for, he's putting in super, he's always on duty. He's always having to watch. Now, Martin Zubimendi is a fantastic player. It's just like Gabriel Martinelli. But there are just some games that become a bit too much. You have to know your players' positives and strong points. And some Premier League games are no kind. Leeds don't play, man. Leeds are on your neck. These guys are super fit. And I remember one of the Newcastle players basically saying that when he plays in Europe, these are players who haven't played in Europe for a long time. It is easier than playing in the Premier League because of the physicality, the relentlessness. These guys run from minute 1 to minute 90. There's no rest. There's no time to have a breath, take the ball and do a lazy back pass like Zubimendi has done a couple of times. Oh, sorry. There's no time for that. So that is why probably he's also going to be second guessing himself. But I know he's a huge professional and he will be trying to make up for that Manchester United debacle. Bukayo Saka on the right didn't play obviously midweek. Definitely has to come back in and try and get his mojo back. Saka is our number one guy at the end of the day. He needs to improve some parts of his game, like his dribbling is a bit atrocious. Everything else is perfect. He should stop trying to score and just play naturally. He'll get in those positions where he'll be scoring naturally. And wouldn't it be nice if you could just pass a nice pass to Gyökeres so we can see that link-up play? Personally, Martin Odegaard, I thought was one of the better players against Manchester United. He was doing okay. But I can also understand the frustration where people say that he takes the ball and he messes about with it, doing 360-degree turns and all sorts of nonsense. Take the ball and transition it out, man. Push it through. And then wouldn't it be nice as well if we could see what's his name, Kai Havertz. Yeah, play Kai Havertz somewhere in there, but yeah, wouldn't it be nice? It would be a good game to test out some of these things. I think some of these players who've never played really together. But I am super, super optimistic with this game. I am going for an Arsenal win. Not for obvious reasons, only because honestly, losing to Leeds is going to cost us a lot. We are already freaking out after losing to Man U. Leeds, I think the whole country. Hey, please, let me even not consider, because no, life is too short. There's no way. Honestly, I think I'll have a heart attack. Leeds might line up like this if I can stop my table moving. Cow Dallo, Seb I've never even heard of this guy. Bono, Sebastian Bono, Joe Rodon, Pascal Struijk. And then this midfield looks packed. I don't know who Jay Justin is. Ilya Gruev, I know him. Ampadu, I know him. Aronson, not really. Boji, not really. Calvin Lewin, I know. Noah Okafa, I know. So yeah, these guys, yeah, they've been giving people a hard time. Maybe not winning their matches, but like when you watch a team playing Leeds and they went home thinking that today was a hard day at work. You win, but you go home battered and bruised and basically knowing that you've had a run out. So they are definitely not a team to be sniffed at. So the other games in the Premier League, I think all games start at 3:00. There's no early kickoff from what I can see on Saturday. Everton. Brighton, I'm not sure how they're doing this season. I can't really put a finger on it. I know Everton have been really, that's what's his Barry guy? Is it Tierno Barry? Tierno Barry. But yeah, so he's sort of like looking good, looking very dangerous. Let's see. Danny Welbeck might start, maybe not, but Brighton have got a very good lineup. Oh, every time I play Brighton, I don't feel comfortable. I know we're going to win, but like something can happen. So Minte, Baleba, Pascal Gross, Lewis Dank. So they're a pretty decent side. So I would go for a Brighton win since they're at home. And then Wolves, Bournemouth, I'm going for a Bournemouth win because I'm not completely ridiculous. Chelsea, West Ham will be good. This is a 5:30 p.m. kickoff, so we can all watch it because we're not going to be watching Arsenal. Hopefully by then we'd have already won our game, so I'll be in a good mood and I'll be able to watch everyone else without being bitter and twisted. But yeah, this looks good. Chelsea, I really, like before the Abramovich era, I used to like watching Chelsea. I used to enjoy Chelsea with back in those days before all the fake money and the fake trophies and the Mourinho era, the arrogance, the defense, when they were just basic, I used to enjoy watching them. They were one of my most, interesting teams. But now, to be fair, most of the players in their teams, I do enjoy watching because if you're a football fan, it's not all about tribalism. It's about appreciating the different skill sets that go on. So Chelsea will be playing West Ham United, and then West Ham as well. They've had a bit of a nightmare this season. They've got Nuno Espirito Santo as their manager, and then Liam Rosina for whatever. So, but I'm still going to go for a Chelsea win. I think Chelsea, they've sort of started building from. Liam Rosina has only had a few games and narrow wins, but there's, I think, something going on. This guy is a serious guy. I think he's not he does give me the Ruben Amorim vibes a bit. He likes hearing the sound of his own voice with the reporters, but that can come and bite you in the backside majorly if you're not very clever. And then later on that night, we've got Liverpool versus Newcastle United. This is going to be a barnstormer. Both teams went through to the next stages of the Champions League. Newcastle drawing to PSG and Liverpool beating Qarabag. But Liverpool have been hit and miss. I think their manager is absolutely weird. He's just got no breaks. But I think that's a Dutch thing. But for me, I think they should be worshipping the ground he walks on. He won them a trophy from nowhere last season. I would let him get away with murder this season and try again next season. Then if he messes up, get rid of him because there's nothing wrong with the guy apart from, If you shut up a bit, he'll be better. But yeah, so this will be another great game. Let's have a quick look actually at how we think they will line up, at least live score. Alisson and then a back four of Szoboszlai. Where's Szoboszlai? Where is do they have an injury there? Connor Bradley's got a knee injury. Okay. So Szoboszlai free kicks, this guy, he's basically, if we're going to steal a player from Liverpool, it will be this guy. There's something about him. I really like him. Konate Van Dijk, their chemistry is off this season. Kerkez, even I would cook him if I played. Honestly, he is not exactly Roberto Carlos. Ryan Gravenberch, McAllister. Now, this duo, when these two are playing, yeah, you know that there's a defensive midfield thingy happening there, because especially Gravenberch, yeah, he just doesn't defend. The guy is aggressive. The guy is in control, and everything ticks over very well when he's playing. I really like this duo. For Liverpool, you can understand their value. I know what their value is. Mo Salah, Florian Wirtz, who has started scoring. Cody Gakpo, who I think has been one of their better attackers this season. Maybe not goal-wise, but, just effectively. He has played a lot of games this season. He's been quite good. He's contributed a lot in their games. Hugo Ekitike, definitely my pick instead of Isak, personally, when Isak is fit. I think he's got a bad injury. He's got a broken leg, I think, Isak, poor guy. And you imagine if he had been playing in this game after that boo-ha-ha. And then Newcastle should line up like this. Nick Pope in goal. This guy, Nick Pope, is a problem. He's a problem in goal. He's pretty good when he's facing Arsenal. So I don't know how good he'll be facing Ekitike, Gakpo, and Mo Salah and Wirtz. They're expecting a back four of Lewis Hall, Malik Tau, Botman, Trippier, and Jacob Ramsey, Tonali, Lewis Miley, young guy Lewis Miley, and he is pretty decent. In a couple of years, we'll be talking about him as this great international. He is pretty good. Anthony Gordon, yeah, and Anthony Gordon is the one who was talking about the differences between the Premier League and the Champions League. And yeah, basically you have to work for it in the Premier League. In the Champions League, these guys want to play football and enjoy themselves. It's in the Premier League, not so much. We just want to win. Harvey Barnes, who I think has done very well this season. He's scoring, he's assisting, he's literally very good. Johan Wissa, not sure what he's been up to recently. I can't lie. I don't remember him. I think he's being overshadowed by all these other players who are putting in a great performance this season. I think he's just been drowned out a little bit. And of course, the purchase of them selling Isak as well, it just overshadowed everything and whatever. So yeah, that is how these guys should line up on Saturday. Now on Sunday, we have got in the Premier League Villa Brentford. I'm expecting Villa to win this one. Brentford are not exactly a walk in the park for everybody, but Villa are just crazy at home. They are fantastic. They came from behind playing against Salzburg in Europe on Thursday, and they were 2-0 down. And then by the end of the game, it was 3-2. So these guys are resilient. They've got a great manager who can lose his mind sometimes, but I think he's got the right sort of thing. And then we've got Manchester United versus Fulham. Manchester United, the new resurgent, best team in the world, whatever. They beat Arsenal in the last game. They don't play midweek anymore because they're so bad. They're playing one game a week. So this is their chance to showcase their skills because they'll be playing Fulham. And I can't lie, Manchester United's last 2 games, they have been incredible. Carrick's, whatever he's given them that mojo, he's convinced them that they play for the best team in the world. That's all you need at Man U. Like earlier in the season, even when we had Ruben there on the helm at Man U, I was saying the same thing. I was like, you really don't need much at Man U. They've got all the players that they need. A lot of managers would get them going. But, I think when they don't like a manager, a bit like Real Madrid, you get a manager who's basically showing you how to drink water. Oh, you don't drink water like that, you drink it like this. The players don't always respond the best. They're not listening probably. And even your tactics are probably not realistic. But they have whatever Carrick has taught them. has worked in their last 2 games. Now let us see how they're going to perform playing a team that's not Manchester City or Arsenal. Are they going to be able to G themselves up? I'm not sure. Let's see. It'll be very interesting. But Fulham are not a team. Of course, they're not a team that lie down easily. This could be a draw for Manchester United. Manchester United will draw. But also Fulham, Chukweze's mum passed away the other day. So I've got a feeling he's probably gone for the funeral. If he doesn't, if he's playing, I don't know. We don't know. They've had a bereavement in their team, which is super, super sad. I'm sure they've given him some time off. But yeah, terrible. I'm going to go for Manchester United to win, or it's going to be a draw. But wouldn't it be nice if Fulham did them in? Because I've got a feeling most of this Man U thingy is... It's so easy to play against Manchester City and Arsenal because it's so easy to motivate your players to go and do a job there. And then the other game at 2:00 on Sunday is Nottingham Forest versus Crystal Palace. Forest, basically, they won 4-0 in Europe. Forgot who they played. Crystal Palace. I'm going to go for a Palace away win. I don't know why. And then at 4:30, what a waste of an opportunity putting this game at 4:30. Tottenham versus Manchester City. We even know Tottenham are going to tank this game because they don't want to win it. They want Manchester City to win it so that they keep pace with Arsenal, who are 4 points clear. So beating Manchester City is definitely not in. It's not on the cards tomorrow. So I'm going to go for a Manchester City away win because I am not a complete, utter idiot, despite sometimes how I sound and look like. So yeah, ridiculousness. And then on Monday, we've got Sunderland versus Burnley, which is weird to put this game on a Monday as well, but we'll watch it. Sunderland, I think they lost, or did they draw? They lost, I think, over at the weekend. Let's see. I feel like they lost. Yeah, Sunderland lost, Burnley drew. But yeah, so this is the game on Monday. Those are weekend... can't even speak English. Those are our weekend games. So Saturday, Arsenal go to Leeds and we need 3 points. 3 points. Go hard or go home because we are only leading by 4 points now. So it's quite tense. We can't afford to draw. We can't even afford to breathe. We can't afford to draw. We can afford to draw because that will mean we got 2 points. Anyway, we can't go get to mathematical in the meantime, cause. Let me see. Table. Week 23. So, week 24, which means we've got 14 more games to go. Hey. The tension, guys, the tension. So that's how it's going to be. Let me know what you think. Who's going to win? Are Arsenal going to maintain their 4-point lead? Are we going to slip up? There's so many changes that are still going to happen through this season, but I 100% believe that Arsenal are going to get it to the end and win this title this year because nothing else makes sense. It can't be anything else. It can't be. Otherwise, I'll have to start watching cricket and we can't have that now, can we? Right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll be talking to you very soon. Thank you for your support. Bye-bye.